meeting, Skyping, other opportunities, so that you don't physically need to be in an office to be productive. So I think that's one of the opportunities that we have to look at for encouraging flexible working. One of the other things we need to look at, I think, is hours. I've never measured staff based on whether or not they've been in at 9 in the morning and leave at 5 at night. You know, if somebody rang me and said, actually, you know, can I do a bit of flexible working around my hours today, and the job allowed that, then absolutely yes. You know, if little one's poorly, if you need to nip to the doctors, if the childminders let you down, you have to allow for that flexibility. And in return, what you get from your staff is loyalty and commitment and a passion to want to serve the industry that is treating them so well. So I think there are opportunities for looking wider at the ways in which we organise work to allow flexible working to happen. And I don't think that necessarily has to focus around the children's nursery appointments. I think that can work around football commitments and when the Olympics is on and you know when England are playing. I think there are opportunities to do that for all of your teams, to create and instill loyalty. And technology has certainly given us more opportunities than it's to do that.
Thank you, Amy. And while you were speaking about the potentials of technology, I realized that Anne is managing to be here present in the room, but also be in her office because she's answering all her emails. So this is the advantage of technology, and this goes into the being in multiple places or tackling multiple things at the same time. But earlier we spoke about the multi-purpose mother. Or the woman who has the different roles to do. But I turn on to you, Ron. Is it really that we're speaking about a multi-purpose mother, or is our lifestyle, male, woman, female, whatever gender, become multi-purpose?
I think, as I said earlier, I've lived through an interesting period of history when, yes, it's true that technology can now help us change things. My view, having been involved with a number of women's issues and women's topics, is that while, yes, there are circumstances, for example, in crime where women are clearly the victims, that too often the women and what they may achieve starts with a victimization type model. And my daughter and I often have a debate when she led her school she's leaving through a very difficult redundancy, having to make family people redundant. The budget was not good. And it's not until you do those things and make those difficult decisions that your family values come through. But we would often say, don't look at it from the point of view of being a victim, look from the point of view of being a manager. And sometimes that changes very much your view of things. So it won't surprise you to learn, as someone from an HR background myself, that yes, many of the issues, of course, that people put into the context of women, issues facing women, also apply to men. I have a personal view, which is, for example, it was mentioned earlier, about networking. I think having a mentor and having access to mentors, management mentors, is very important to managerial success and business success. Margaret and I are both Rotarians. If you said to me, what's one of the more interesting business networks, which used to be all about men, but now is changing, it's Rotary International. And how do you get into that network? People like me refused to join Rotary when I was younger because it was all men. Didn't see the point in having lunch with a lot of men. The answer actually is to go back home and start a new club. And that's what we did in our town. We started a new club, men and women. We're quite proud of the fact that there are 6 married couples in the club, as well as single women and single men. But it's sometimes very difficult to change an organisation, particularly a large organisation. It's actually easier sometimes to start a new one. It's the other reason that in my town, I think a lot of the progress about women achieving senior positions is about starting new businesses, so new social enterprises, new micro businesses. Rather than change the world from the difficult end, why not sometimes, if the opportunity presents itself, start something new, and you then install the values and what's required from the outset.
Thank you, Ron. I'm aware of the time which is